ball hit long, and the referee deciding enough is enough. It's finished 0-0 here in this FIFA Under-17 World Cup semi-final. Austria await at the Khalifa International Stadium in Thursday's final. We're about to have a penalty shootout to decide just who is going to join them there. Well, Brazil have already come through 2 penalty shootouts in this tournament. They also won the South American Under-17s Championship early this year on a penalty shootout against Colombia. Portugal, meanwhile, yet to face penalties at this tournament. However, did get through a semi-final against Italy on penalties at the Euros back at the end of May. Not entirely without experience in this group in such situations. Martin Chelmick, who came through with the winning spot kick in that particular shootout against Italy. I wonder if he'll have the deciding kick again here. Oh, Brazil. So came through at 5-4 on penalties against Paraguay. Actually had a couple saved in that shootout, 7 penalties each in that one. And in the last 16, 4 out of 5 from the spot against France, coming through 4-3 on penalties there. So Brazil have certainly been cutting line knockout stages, penalty shootouts in the first 2 rounds, and then the previous round, of course, dealt with the 95th minute winner against Morocco. And now through to another penalty shootout here. Portugal, this is new ground at this tournament. You know, there, I think, just going through exactly who's going to be taking which penalty and when. One thing that Brazil certainly will be confident about, João Pedro's ability to stop spot kicks. They saved 3 against Paraguay. Another couple against France as well. Is that a small advantage going the South Americans' way, I wonder? We'll soon find out. So, Romário Cunha, the Portuguese goalkeeper, also known as somewhat of a shootout king. Certainly came up trumps in the Euros. So now we're going to decide which end of the pitch and who goes first. Bernardo Lima now has the captain's armband for Portugal after Rafael Quintas was substituted off just after the hour mark. So Lucas still in there for Brazil. So first toss of the coin to decide which end we go. So that end a little bit closer to the Portuguese fans. Now then, the all-important who goes first. And I think what we've seen there, Brazil winning the toss and choosing to go second. It's just a feel thing, isn't it? Statistically, you're better off going first, put the pressure on the opposition. The advantage may be slight, but it's still there all the same in the statistics. Romário Cunha and João Pedro. say, going to be the two heroes in this one. Pedro, by the way, they saved 3 penalties against Paraguay and one in regular time against France and 2 more in the shootout. So he's got previous in this tournament. Romario Cunha has a reputation, but he's bringing that from the Euros earlier this year. Will he be rusty? Doubt it. Both goalkeepers getting the run through. And say Brazil, having won the toss, deciding to let the Portuguese go first. So Thomas Suarez just been on for the last, what, 10, 15 minutes or so. He's going to take the first one here. Needs to get Portugal off to a good start. There's been a few rule changes over the last few years with regards to what goalkeepers can do. Has to stay off his line, can't come forwards at all, really. At least 1 foot has to be on the line when they push off to make the dive, especially as they usually dive forwards. So Suarez against Pedro. Brilliant penalty. Portugal strike first blood in the penalty shootout. Great spot kick from Thomas Suarez into the top left-hand corner. Now then, how do Brazil reply to that? And Del, having taken the winning spot kick in the shootout in the final of the South American Championships earlier this year. Given the opening spot kick here, vital that they don't fall behind early on here, Brazil. So Del against Romario. Making the calculations. Where's this one going? Bottom corner. Keeper went the right way. Couldn't get there in time. Both teams 1 from 1 from the spot in this shootout. Well, that'll be a relief to Del. Next up for Portugal, Martin Turnip scored the winner in the shootout against Italy in the semi-finals at the Euros. What can he do here? Turnip against João Pedro. Blasts it into the roof of the net. Again, the keeper goes the right way. Again, no chance. 3 very good spot kicks so far in this shootout for a place in the final. Turnip just giving a bit of a boost to the fans as well. Now then, Thiago steps up. As you'd expect, the pantomime booing from the Portuguese fans. Thiago against Romario. Keeps it gone the right way for all 3 kicks so far, not been able to stop any of them. Oh, that's a brilliant penalty. Even hit the side netting first. And again, the keeper goes the right way, and again, the penalty simply too good. It was a nice height, to be fair, for the goalkeeper. He just couldn't get there in time. Could hardly have got that closer to the post. So then, Santiago Verdi. Another substitute steps up. Both teams a perfect 2 from 2 so far. Can Santiago Verdi continue that trend? It's a pause in the kick, in the run-up. And he sends the keeper the wrong way. Portugal keeping their noses in front here. Now then, the captain, Zé Lucas. What can the captain do from here? He didn't even take one in the final of the South American Championships. The referee is coming over to make sure the keeper doesn't encroach the line. See there, just starting off slightly behind so they can get some forward momentum into the dive. And the keeper going the wrong way. I don't think it had got there anyway. That was such a good penalty from Zé Lucas. And this has been so far a very high quality penalty shootout. 3 from 3 for both teams. All 6 spot kicks in the corners or into the roof of the net. Now who's next up for Portugal? João Pereira. Scored a spot kick against Italy at the Euros in the semi-finals. Can he do the same here? The tension palpable. João Pedro prepares himself, and he's sent the wrong way as well. Portugal 4 from 4, and the pressure piling onto Brazil every time they step up now, knowing they have to score just to get back on level terms. The job done for Pereira. Now Pacheco. In as a replacement left back. Normally plays in midfield. He's had a brilliant game in defence as the number 15. Can he be brilliant from the penalty spot as well? Pacheco measures his run-up, and the keeper goes the wrong way again. 4-4. We are now effectively in sudden death territory. So now the 5th of the predetermined penalty takers to walk up for Portugal. And it's the goalkeeper. Don't often see this. Romario steps up and goal kicks it over the crossbar. Well, is that the hammer blow for Portugal? Is that the kick that pretty much sends Brazil into the final? I think that ball's still rising. Well, it's not over yet. Ruan steps up, scored in the shootout against France. Which had also missed one in normal time. With the pressure on Ruan now. Can Romario make up for his miss just moments ago? Off the cheeks from Ruan, and he's put it against the post. Would you believe it? 8 immaculate spot kicks. Then Romario blazes one over the bar, only for Ruan to hit the post. And if that had gone in, Brazil would have been in the final. And now we're into sudden death. So now we'll just go through one by one each of the players who haven't already taken a penalty until we have a clear winner. So first up, Joao. I don't know how. Remember, these are the players who weren't picked to be one of the 5 penalty takers. It's the sort of thing that can go either way. How steps up. I think the keeper just wrong-footed. And so now Brazil must score this next penalty, or Portugal will go through to Thursday's final. Gabriel Mack, he's been used as a substitute 6 times in this tournament, hasn't started a game. Did score his penalty against France though. And he do the same here. So if he misses or it's saved, Portugal will go through. No problem. Cool, calm and collected is Gabriel Mack, sends the keeper the wrong way. And we carry on. So then, next up, Jose Neto, the left back. Neto against Joao Pedro. This to give Portugal the advantage once more. Well, a shorter run up the most. Same result though. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Hits with authority. So now again, and this is why going first in a penalty shootout, statistically at least, is the way forwards. Because now every spot kick for Brazil is one to stay in the tournament. So Angelo, the right back, steps up this time. A longer run up. And it's over the bar. And Portugal are into the final of the Under-17s World Cup for the first time in their history. And Brazil are out. So they have been in great form in these knockout stages. You can see how much it means for the Brazilian players. Well, for a couple of them, maybe they'll be back next year. Still only 16. And for Portugal, the European champions are now a chance to become world champions as well. And that's a relieved man indeed, Romario Cunha. Didn't actually save any of the penalties despite his reputation. Blazed his own penalty over the bar, which gave Ruan the chance to win it for Brazil, but then he hit the post. And Joao Araujo, Jose Neto stepped up in sudden death, nailed their penalties, and eventually Angelo put his over the crossbar. What a finish. The game itself, maybe one of the less memorable that we've seen at this tournament. It was tight, it was technical. There was a little bit of niggle in there as well between the two sides.